Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, one of the area's biggest economic boosters returns.
It's a huge impact. It is like we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
How Blue Ridge Marathon organizers plan to keep people safe while serving as a blueprint for safely reopening the region.
It's one of the largest vaccination events in the New River Valley to date. We'll take you inside today's mass vaccination clinic at Virginia Tech.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for 10 News at 6. I'm Lindsay Ward.
And I'm John Carlin. One of the region's biggest events is back after going virtual. The Blue Ridge Marathon kicks off this weekend, bringing in thousands of people.
It's something that could also bring a much-needed boost to the city's economy. 10 News reporter Alexis Davila is live in downtown Roanoke. So, Alexis, this race is more than just about this weekend.
Not only will this event serve as a model for future races on how to balance and maintain safety measures with a large crowd, but it also serves as a big revenue source for businesses that may need it now more than ever. Preparations are underway in Elmwood Park and elsewhere ahead of 3,000 people lacing up their shoes for the Blue Ridge Marathon in Roanoke this weekend. Coming from 40 states and 5 countries, Julia Boas hopes this highlights the city on the map.
And this is our opportunity to show them what a great community we have and how many breweries and live music venues and how friendly our neighborhoods are when they're running through your streets and in your backyard and things like that.
Boas says in just 1 year, the race typically brings in about $1 million to the area, a source needed now more than ever to help jumpstart the economy.
The downtown businesses are really ready to get back to normal. They're probably the people who've been affected the most.
Nearly filled already with mainly out-of-state guests, the Hampton Inn downtown expects to be fully booked in the coming days. Shay Bowman says it's a relief after battling with vacant rooms and furloughed employees for months due to COVID-19.
It's a huge impact. It is like we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
And it doesn't just help that industry. Catherine Fox with Visit Virginia's Blue Ridge says with more people training for the event, shoe stores are selling more apparel. Fox says this marathon not only brings in revenue, it brings in exposure.
The marathon at times sets the stage for what is to come, and if we can get more people here and more comfortable with visiting the area, the marathon is a great way to do that.
And the exposure continues by attracting more guests to be hosting the Down by Downtown Music Festival, which kicked off today. Live in Roanoke, Alexis Davila, 10 News, working for you.
Now, as some parts of our lives go back to a new normal, Virginia sees another week of unemployment claims grow. More than 28,000 new claims were filed last week, a bit more than the week before. Overall, the Commonwealth has around 57,000 claims. These numbers come as a lawsuit filed today says some people aren't getting that money. 10 News reporter Tim Harfman is working for you to learn the issues many people are facing.
This is just the first step in the process.
In a class action lawsuit filed Thursday, plaintiffs allege they've stopped receiving benefits from the Virginia Employment Commission due to failures in the insurance systems. Steve Fishback is part of the group representing plaintiffs.
Unemployment insurance is something that is intended to supply people with emergency assistance while they're in between jobs.
The group claims the Commonwealth ranks worse than any other state in processing issues on unemployment claims.
The data that the DEC files with the U.S. Department of Labor, as of last February, over 95% of the claims were taking more than 10 weeks to get decided. 10 weeks is not prompt.
He says there are two groups, people who filed an initial claim and never heard back, and those who stopped receiving their weekly claims without explanation.
Having to wait 10 weeks to even have a deputy look at your claim defeats the entire purpose of having emergency aid available.
If you're facing issues, Fishback says there's not much more you can do. He says they're already suing on behalf of those who are unemployed. But if you want to do something on your own, he encourages you to contact your local legal aid organization. In Lynchburg, Tim Harfman, 10 News, working for you.
Well, tonight I can tell you that Roanoke has just wrapped up its first ever walk-in vaccination clinic, giving out 21,000 doses with more than 550 walk-ins. And over in the New River Valley, health leaders vaccinated thousands of Hokies, turning the football stadium into the front line in the fight against the pandemic. 10 News reporter Annie Schroeder explains why health leaders are turning their vaccination efforts to college students.
Nearly 4,000 students filled the stadium today to take part of the New River Health District's largest vaccine distribution event to date. It's a day most Virginia Tech Hokies have been waiting on for almost a year.
I'm excited that this is happening so soon. I was not expecting it to be this early.
New River Health Director Dr. Noelle Bissell says the clinic is happening at an important time.
They're going to be going back home to friends and relatives who might be higher risk, not just their low-risk social circle, and they might not be vaccinated yet. So we thought that we really do need to get it out.
Bissell says most of the spread in the district is still among the college population.
When we look at spread, our students tend to be the ones that are a little bit more responsible for spread right now because of their social behaviors.
Students say the process was efficient and painless.
It was really quick, and it was, I think they did a great job as well, and the volunteers were super nice. I just think that the school should get some praise for how well they did this. I think they did a really good job.
Others are happy they will be fully vaccinated before the semester ends.
I want life to get back to normal, hopefully. Also, I just worry about my family. A lot of them are likely getting vaccinated, but by the time I get home, I want to be vaccinated and safe for them.
Bissell says the students are a big part of the general population in the health district, and it was a collaborative effort to make sure the event went smoothly.
If there's less disease, less virus circulating, it's better for everybody.
The New River Health District is planning on hosting another vaccination event here at Lane Stadium in a couple of weeks so that students vaccinated today can get their second shot. In Blacksburg, Annie Schroeder, 10 News, working for you.
Right now, anyone who lives in the New River Health District can get vaccinated. Tomorrow from 10 to 3:30, there will be a clinic at the Christiansburg Recreation Center, and there's still plenty of appointments available.
Today marks 3 years since several tornadoes tore through southwest and central Virginia, causing this kind of devastation. A dozen people were hurt, and it caused millions of dollars in damage. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowich is here. So, Jeff, how many tornadoes do we see that day?
We saw 6 tornadoes in one day 3 years ago. They ranged in strength from anywhere from an EF0 to an EF3. The maximum winds ranged anywhere from 85 miles per hour to 150 miles per hour. Locations impacted by these tornadoes 3 years ago today: Lowesville, near Rustburg, Newcastle, Manita, Pittsylvania County, near Danville. Also into areas, say, near Timberlake, north into Elin. Want to focus on that tornado, the Elin and Timberlake tornado, because it was the most destructive one we saw that day. EF3 with winds of 150 miles per hour. Looking at more damage towards Timberlake, EF1, EF2 damage, but in Elin, EF3 damage. Look at the path. The path of that tornado from Timberlake to Elin was almost 26 miles long and was 600 yards wide, 6 football fields wide. Thankfully, no one died, but there were, as Lindsay said, 12 injured. The good news is we have nothing like that in the forecast here for the next week or two. We are looking at the morning commute tomorrow being quite chilly. You're going to want your heat on, the defroster, maybe in a couple of locations, and you're not going to need the wipers going because we're going to be dry. Now, your weekend plans, Friday, we're looking good. Partly to mostly sunny, but we're still breezy outside tomorrow. Saturday, especially after lunchtime, we're going to see that chance for rain showers increasing. Most of Sunday is dry, but we're going to have more clouds than sunshine as we head into Sunday. So right now, the wettest part of the weekend appears to be Saturday afternoon into Saturday night, with another chance for some rain pushing in Sunday night into early Monday. John, Lindsay.
A familiar face is taking over as the leader at VMI.
There's a lot of work to do.
His plans for the future of the school.
In an historic move, Virginia Military Institute has named its new leader.
Major General Cedric Wins will serve as the school's first ever black superintendent. Wins graduated from VMI back in 1985. He served as the interim superintendent since November after the former leader stepped down amid claims of racism at the school. Wins tells 10 News he's ready for the challenge of leading through change.
If we're not willing to make those shifts and adjustment while holding on to the things that are fundamental to VMI, you know, the honor code, the regimental system, the class system. We run the risk of someday being viewed as not as valuable to the state and to the nation.
The school spokesperson could not say exactly how many applicants there were, but did say it was a deep and talented pool.
These signs coming up here are going viral far beyond the New River Valley.
Why, this sign war has everyone winning.
And you are looking at a live picture from our Roanoke Blacksburg Airport sky cam. Our fair share of blue skies this afternoon. Nice to see the sunshine returning. We will, however, let you know when an umbrella will be a necessity again for at least some of us coming up in your forecast.
Two stores in Christiansburg are going viral over their signs.
Yeah, Super Shoes and Bridge Caldro Music have started a bit of a sign war, and since then they've received an outpouring of support over their funny signs poking fun at each other.
I've never heard of a sign war, and from there it's become a lot of fun, and I think the most important thing is it's helped put Christiansburg a little bit more on the map.
So he says he wants to continue it as long as it remains a friendly competition. People as far away as New York City have seen the post on Reddit.
And some of the fun signs include Super Shoes saying that their shoestrings are stronger than guitar strings, and then the music store responding that shoestrings never got anyone a date. Super Shoes says it specializes in soulmates.
This is so fun to see. In a year where we've been dealing with a pandemic, this is so refreshing.
We should have sign wars everywhere, as long as they're good and they're fun. But yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, because that's obviously all in good fun. I don't know how much farther they can take it, but yeah.
I'm sure somebody clever is already coming up with the next thing.
Yeah, no strings attached, something.
That was good.
There you go.
Yeah,
Why don't you?
I don't
you
know
guys
how
can take
I
that
got to
one.
apply it to the other guy. I'll keep pondering.
Well done, John Carlin.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got some good news for you. We have seen more sunshine this afternoon. It was a day where we were cool, where we were breezy. Temperatures today a little bit below normal for this time of year, but nevertheless not a bad day at all to spend some time outside as high pressure is coming back into play for us. However, winter is saying I'm not done yet in some areas. We've got winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in effect for parts of the Rockies from Wyoming south into Colorado. We've got winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in effect for parts of New England here as we speak. Now, I will tell you that the storm system that is well out west of us, say towards the Rocky Mountain states, may have somewhat of a role in our forecast here as we head into the weekend. So this Rocky snowstorm is likely to bring us some passing showers as we head into Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. Rest assured, this storm system that is towards the Rockies is not going to bring us any snow here this weekend, but it could again bring us some wet weather as we head into the latter part of Saturday. All right, future tracker showing overnight tonight, looking at skies nothing worse than partly cloudy. Tomorrow, it looks like we're going to see more sunshine than cloud cover pretty much all day long. As we head into Friday night, we are looking at clouds starting to thicken. Looks like as we head into Saturday, Saturday is going to start out dry, skies partly to mostly cloudy, probably more clouds than sunshine early on Saturday. Then as we head into Saturday afternoon, by around 2, 3 o'clock, we're going to start to see these hit or miss showers developing, with the coverage of the rain perhaps getting a tad larger around dinner time. But you need to know it doesn't look like everybody's going to get wet here as we head into Saturday. We'll tell you that another chance for a little bit of rain may push in by, say, Sunday night. All this means for the Blue Ridge Marathon that you're going to be good to go. I think it's going to be dry for the big run. 8 a.m. temperature in the low to mid 40s. We're in the middle 50s by around 11 a.m. Though I think that we're probably going to have more clouds and sunshine for the race. Temperatures will climb from the 40s into the 50s as you head, say, beyond 2 o'clock. So if you're planning to stay downtown in Roanoke for some food, just know that by around 2 o'clock, that is when we could start to see a little bit of rain starting to push into the viewing area. It's chilly in Hot Springs, 41. 54 Wytheville, also in Hillsville and Galax. Farther east, temperatures warmer, 61 to 67 in Roanoke, Lynchburg, and Southside. Now, as we look at late April, we are looking at temperatures slightly cooler than normal. Okay, so it's going to be very warm out west in late April. Towards the East Coast, temperatures will be at or perhaps a little bit below normal. So overall, it looks like temperatures are going to be on the cooler side of things here for some time to come. For tonight, breezy, cooler. Overnight lows 36 to 43. 3-day zone-by-zone forecast showing highs in the NRV for the next couple of days, upper 50s to near 60. For the Highlands, you're looking at temperatures upper 50s and lower 60s, with Friday being dry. It looks like by Saturday afternoon, you're going to have some showers to dodge here or there. Southside locations, partly to mostly sunny tomorrow, and just like everybody else, your chance for rain will increase briefly Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. Most of Sunday is dry. Lynchburg, mid to upper 60s here, Friday through Sunday. Warmest day looks to be Tuesday, where you could hit 70 to 73. And across the Roanoke Valley, you're looking at a dry day Friday. Again, we could have a couple of showers to dodge this weekend. But as we head into next week, we should dry things out and perhaps even see a little more sunshine. Just like in Lynchburg, your warmest day in Roanoke will lie as we head into Tuesday of next week. Abby.
All right, Jeff, we've got some hoops news you can use and a highlight you need to see. And we'll hear from the Highlanders before yet another battle with the Raiders out in Appomattox. Sports is next. Big 1st and 10 region finals edition tomorrow night. Brooke Leonard checks in with the Highlanders.
Pretty unique that Glenver quarterback Aiden Wolk is responsible for nearly all the points the Highlanders score.
Really, it's just a testament to his execution as a quarterback and stuff, that he gets the ball into the end zone however he has to, and then he gets it into the field goal and stuff and puts up a lot of points every game for us, and he's a really good quarterback.
You heard him right. Wolk stays on the field to kick at every opportunity, something head coach Kevin Clifford says isn't uncommon in high school, but has definitely paid off.
When a kid touches the ball, every offensive snap, you know, I think there's less pressure on a kid that does that.
Seriously, our team all around is really good under pressure. I mean, we go around during practice going through situations and stuff like that.
And practicing high-pressure situations have definitely helped lift the Highlanders in a couple close games as of late. Most recently, a second-half surge, followed by a walk-off kick by Wolk to beat Dan River and advance to the Region 2C championship on Friday.
I wasn't even really thinking. I remember stepping back, looking behind, realized that there was 3 seconds, looked down, the ball's on the tee.
For the 4th year in a row, Glenver will meet the Appomattox Raiders in the playoffs. This time, winner advances to the Class 2 state playoffs.
Really good athletes, really good coaches. So just that all around is hard to beat. They're all really good football players. Really good football players and really good coaches make a really good team.
But after starting the season 0-2 and winning 5 straight to follow, it's safe to say the Highlanders aren't the same team they were 8 weeks ago.
As a team, you know, we've gotten a lot better at executing, a lot better with our plays. We've added a lot to our playbook and everything like that. It makes it, we're a lot better team now than what we were then, a lot more advanced.
In Glenver, I'm Brooke Leonard, 10 Sports.
And this slate of region finals coming up tomorrow night. 6 games on tap. 1st and 10 around 11:15 or so tomorrow night. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Appy.
Should be fun.
Should be a lot going on. NBC Nightly News coming up next.
We'll see you back here at 7.